everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today I am still getting used to recording on PC, which means I made a mistake that I can't really fix because it was a quest, which you can't redo because this is an MMO, and also grabbed some things that were, you can only really grab them once technically. It's not a big deal, I can go over what you missed. My mistake, I have a note sheet next to me on things to keep in mind when recording, or when starting to prepare for recording. I've added new I keep adding new stuff to my checklist just to account for any issues that come up. I promise I'm working on it. Switching to PC has definitely been an interesting experience though. Today is going to be very, very busy. We are going to primarily be working on fishing. We're going to be doing so much fishing. But there's also a few other things we need to do first. Starting out, there was a quest from Leader Lona called Go West Craftsman. It is required to grab this quest. The summary of the quest is basically, Rowena's House of Splendors is expanding to Idyllshire. We need to go to Idyllshire and check in and let them know that, hey, we're working with them. So we grab the quest, we head to Idyllshire, I'll show you where to drop it off. I feel really silly about this mistake. Oh well, it happens. I'm working on it. Here in Idyllshire, we can drop off the quest with... Where are you? There you are, Gimlona. Gimlona over here, we can drop off the quest with her. This is important because it gives us access to the exchanges for Rowena's crafting and gathering over here in Idyllshire. And more importantly, it gives us access to level 60 materials, baits, tokens, etc. It also gives us access to more materia, specifically the grade 5, which we can start using with item level 160 gear. So yeah, gives us some access to some new things that we very much need. You definitely want to be expanding your ability to work with Rowena's House of Splendors. There is a small mini barely a quest with each expansion, with each expansion's level cap, that lets you expand to the new areas, basically for endgame gathering and crafting is what all this is for. So, now that we've done that quest, we have access to endgame crafting and gathering for Heavensward. Now then, over here at the Splendors vendor, fieldcraft items, there are these Tomes of Folklore. We have Tomes of Folklore for each of the 3 gatherers, and we have Tomes of Folklore for each of the 3 regions in Heavensward, Kurthis, Dravania, and Abalathia Spine. There will be Tomes of Folklore for each of the 3 gatherers and for each region with an expansion, for each expansion. What these do is they will give us access to endgame gathering spots for that expansion. So in the case of Minor, we can go over to our regional folklore, and we can see Abalathia, Dravania, and Kurthis. These are all things that I've unlocked because I got the Tomes of Folklore. I will not be showing these gathering spots for Botanist and Miner yet, not until we actually need the materials for crafting. We will start to go over the spots for fishing though, because it doesn't actually add new fishing spots. What it does do is on existing fishing spots, you may have noticed on the bottom right of some of the fish icons in the fishing log or fishing guide, the little like kind of book or text symbol, or maybe you'll read it as a toaster. It kind of looks like a toaster, let's be honest. Whenever you see that symbol, or when you hover over it and see at the bottom, Tome of Ichthyological Folklore Abalathia Spine learned. So these fish are fish that require you to have the relevant folklore tome, and then use it in order to access these fish. So yeah, important. You very much want to get those Tomes of Folklore for each expansion. They are very important. What do you have in Tradecraft? Ah. Got it. Okay, so just some high-end crafting material that we may be using later. What else do we need? So yeah, I went ahead and got all the Tomes of Folklore, so I have all 9 of them for now. How do you actually get the Tomes of Folklore? Well, they require different currencies for each expansion. For the current expansion, Dawn Trail, you can just buy them directly with script. But for every old expansion, every non-current expansion, you need to buy these tokens. In the case of Heavensward, it is blue gather script tokens. You need 5 per Tome of Folklore, so you need 45 total. How do you get the blue gatherers tokens? Oh, not you. You go to the script exchange. You check out level 60 material baits and tokens. Blue gathers script tokens, 25 purple script each, or 25 of the low-end script each. So in total, 25 script each, we need 45, so that's about 1,125 purple script total. And as a reminder, the script for crafters and gatherers is divided into low-end, currently purple, and level cap, currently orange. Every once in a while, they rotate these out, so the orange script will become the low end, and there will be a new script that is the level cap. But we're not going to be getting the level cap script until we are at level cap and doing level capped activities. Until then, we're going to be getting purple crafter script. Basically, catch up and high-end current caught up. Catch up, caught up is basically how it's divided. So yeah, we need 1,125 of the catch up script for gatherers, and that will let us get the blue gatherers script tokens to get the Tomes of Folklore, and that will get us access to every node in Heavensward. Alright, I did see there was one more quest over in Revenant's Toll. I'm pretty sure I know what it is, so we are going to go do that real quick. We're going to ignore Gimlona's quest. That doesn't come in until 3.55. And yep, okay, it is exactly what I thought. We need to be a crafter for this next quest from Leader Lona. This one requires us to have first completed Go West Craftsman. Leader Lona thinks you might benefit from becoming a specialist. Given your talents as a carpenter or any other crafter, I must ask, have you considered becoming a specialist? Such a decision is not to be made lightly, of course, but I think it might be in your best interest. Seek Alderon, the master craftsman in Ishgard. Show him this letter and he will show you the way. Alright, let's go and take care of this. This is a very important quest. Tech, kind of. It's not, like, critically required, but it is highly recommended if you do a lot of crafting, especially high-end crafting, for a couple different reasons. Hello, Alderon. I have forged weapons and armor for heroes and catered banquets for royalty. I have concocted potions to heal the dying, woven great banners for nations, and just last week, I won the Ishgardian Fine Woodworking Association Award for Best Chair. What have you built of late? Show off. I built this letter. Oh, so Leader Lona thinks you have skill enough to become a specialist, does she? She has yet to steer me wrong. We, whom the builder has blessed with talent, are tempted to learn every trade, as we should. That said, even we masters must come to accept our limitations. One can specialize in no more than 3. You must decide which disciplines are most important to you, and which ones are but passing fancies. If the builder does indeed guide your hands, then I would see them set to purpose. Come, take this soul of the crafter. For now, it is but a token of what you may yet become. When you have chosen your path, present it to me and your journey as a specialist will begin. So basically, these are job stones for your crafters. What does that actually entail? Well, it gives us a couple of new unique actions that are only available to your specialists. It also gives us access to specific unique crafting recipes, typically all level cap recipes, that you can only make if you are a specialist in the relevant crafter. It also gives you some passive stat bonuses, which is very useful. The stat bonuses are of diminishing benefit as you get to higher and higher levels, but right now at Heavensward, they're going to be pretty massive. We are limited. We can only do 3 crafters as our specialists, but on a weekly basis, we can change which crafters we are specialists in. I believe it costs script to do so, but you can change them on a weekly basis. So don't feel like you have to lock into anything. You can change as needed. You have received the Soul of the Crafter. Trading it for a specialized soul will allow you to become a specialist in that particular discipline. Specialists will be able to access unique actions that allow for more efficient and higher quality synthesis in their specialized fields. You may select up to 3 different disciplines in which to specialize. Adding, removing, or changing a specialty can be done at any time, but please note that new Souls of the Crafter may be difficult to acquire. Specialties cannot be changed more than 3 times a week Earth time. Alright. Personally, I prefer to make Culinarian, Alchemist, and... oh, shoot, there's a couple options. I like to make Culinarian and Alchemist as specialists. Because Culinarian, you're making food. That benefits every job. So if you have a leg up in making your culinarian recipes, that's going to make benefiting every other job so much easier because you can make the food easier, which gives you stat buffs. Alchemist, 1, makes potions. Just generally really useful for every job. Including crafters and gatherers. Eventually there will be potions you can craft for crafters and gatherers, which passively increase some of your stats for a limited time. But yeah, these are stat buffs. So Alchemist and Culinarian, they give you stat buffs. Both very important, so I recommend specializing them. That is my personal preference. Again, you don't have to do this. You can do whatever you want with your specialists. Alchemist also tends to make like dissolvents and alcohols and stuff like that, which are used for crafting gear for especially your combat jobs. So Alchemist is also going to benefit crafting gear for all of your combat jobs, so that's another reason to specialize in Alchemist. So I recommend, you are not required to, but I recommend Culinary and Alchemist. As for which one you do for your third, that's really up to you. I think I might go with Blacksmith, or I want to go with Blacksmith, because Blacksmith makes weapons and tools for almost every single job. And since those are your primary sources of stats, like, yes, your gear also is very important, but your primary tools are going to be your biggest source of stats. I tend to prefer Blacksmith. There's nothing wrong with choosing another option, though. If you play combat jobs where there's a lot of leatherworking gear, like range DPS, physical range DPS that is, leatherworker might be a great option. Casters, you may want to do Weaver. Goldsmith and Leatherworker both give you accessories for most jobs, so both would be really good. Blacksmith, I said. Armor, if you play jobs that need heavy plate mail, so like Dragoon or tanks, armor is a great choice. If you play jobs where your primary tools come from carpentry or like wood-based, so like if you're using like white mage or black mage or some crafter jobs, Carpenter's a good choice. It really is up to you, and again, you can change 3 times per week. I think I might go with Goldsmith, Alchemist, Culinarian, though. So let's go ahead and exchange. Oh, we can just select right from here. No, not Blacksmith. Goldsmith. We're gonna do Goldsmith. We're going to do Alchemist. And we are going to do Culinarian. Now, I have never actually swapped what my specialties are. Not yet. I intend to at some point. But I haven't done it yet. So I don't remember exactly how you swap your specialties. I want to say you need to get a new Soul of the Crafter and exchange that with Alderaan here, and he'll probably have you hand in an old specialty to do so. And I want to say you get new Souls of the Crafter from Scrip. So, more uses for Scrip. Anyway, Soul of the Crafter. Your Soul Crystal is going to give you plus 20 Craftsmanship, plus 20 Control, and plus 15 Crafter points. That is not insignificant at this level. That is plus, let's see, 15 out of a base of 401. That is a nearly 4% increase to our Crafter points. For our base stats, that is... we went from 730 to 750. So that's like a 3% buff. That's a 3% buff. Yeah, it's a diminishing return as you get to higher levels because that bonus doesn't go up with levels. But that's not nothing. It is helpful. And then also you have access to those special actions, though the special actions are a little bit limited in how usable they are. You have careful observation, do nothing for 1 step, preserving the status of any actions currently in effect. That could be pretty useful. Heart and Soul and Quick Innovation we'll get later. Heart and Soul is Precise Touch, Intensive Synthesis, or Tricks of the Trade, regardless of material condition. So actions that would normally require good or excellent condition, you can do without good or excellent condition. Quick Innovation grants innovation for 1 turn. And none of them increase step count, which is also very nice. So these are just nice little bonuses that make crafting a bit easier without really, they let you get bonuses without really using a turn. Note that they all use up a crafter's delineation in order to use them. What is a crafter's delineation? That is a consumable item you get from, can you guess? Spending scrip at a scrip exchange. Amazing. So yeah, I'm probably not going to be using too many specialist actions just because it is using up a consumable. Maybe I'll stock up on the delineations, but I don't find that I really need the specialist actions, even at level cap. It's not the biggest deal. Expert crafting, which we'll get to in Shadowbringers, might want us to start using those specialist actions, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. Okay, that is a lot of information we've just gone over. A lot of things we just unlocked. We got some nice buffs going. So, what do you say we get started with fishing now? I caught 3 fish before I caught my mistake, so I made a note to recatch those at some point. But today's fish. What fish are we doing today? Today's fish are going to specifically be focusing on any fish that have time or weather restrictions, as well as any fish that require a tome of folklore. But we're going to be trying to limit ourselves just to fish that were in patch 3.0, so at Heavensward's launch. So, we are going to be busy. There's a lot of fish to catch. Let's get going! Alright, our first fish is the collectible Western Bowfin here at Western Waters in the Churning Mist. When I go over the requirements for each fish today, I'm going to be using 24-hour time, so not AM, PM. If I say an hour past 12, subtract 12 and add a PM if you use the AM, PM system. The Western Bowfin is found here in Western Waters of the Churning Mist from 8 to 11:40 Eorzean time. Always Eorzean time. The bait is the Goblin Jig, and it is a big pull. I'm going to say small, big, and huge for the pulls, for the number of exclamation marks. Sorry, you know what? Actually, I can say precision, powerful, and huge. Precision is 1, powerful is 2, huge is 3. Alright, so that is the Western Bowfin. Moving on. Alright, this fish is going to be the Lava Lord. There we go. The Lava Lord can be caught here at Halo in the Devonian Forelands from 9 to 17 Eorzean time during clear or fair skies. Start with a metal spinner. Pull in with a precision hook set on a precision bite to catch a granite crab, mooch that out, and then pull on a huge bite to get the Lava Lord. There's also some very endgame, like much later down the line in Heavensward fish in here that also bite the granite crab, so you may get a fail with a notification your gathering ratings are high enough. That means you're probably hooking the wrong fish if you're following along with me. Don't worry about it, just keep trying. Well, okay. Didn't expect to catch that one right there. Caught a collectible monosail. That's the one I was looking for, but I expected it to be a little bit harder. Okay, so for the monosail, what happened with me is I cast out during 10 to 14 for the time, clear or fair skies, with a metal spinner, pull in on a precision to catch a sky fairy, mooch that, and then pull in on a powerful, and I caught the monosail. The recommended chain, mostly because it's more likely to happen, is you pull in on the Sky Fairy, mooch that, pull in on a powerful hook set to catch a rudder fish, mooch that, and then pull in on a powerful to catch the monosail. Alright, well, that was lucky. Caught that one nice and short. Next fish. Next up on the list is a very stubborn Stormcore. Just did not want to appear for me. I was trying to check the catch rates for different fish, and unfortunately it looks like 14 anglers down at the moment. Thankfully we still have good old Carbuncle Blushy. Anyways, for the Stormcore, It is available at the blue window in the Sea of Clouds. All day during clouds, fog, or wind. The bait is red balloon, and you want to pull it on a precision hook set. There's a lot of other fish competing with it though, so may take a while. Don't know what just happened in my throat. I'm so sorry for the horrible noise you just heard. On to the next fish. Our next fish is the collectible Thaliac Caiman, of which I caught a very big one. Oh my goodness. This one can be caught at the Middle Thaliac River in the Dervanian hinterlands. Right out on the island, right in the middle of the river. Available from 15 to 18 Eorzean time. To catch it, start with a bladed steel jig, pull in on a precision bite to catch a bullfrog, mooch it out, and pull in on a huge bite to catch the Thaliac Caiman. Alright, next up. Next up is the collectible Dervanian Squeaker, available here at Weston Waters in the Churning Mists. This one is available from 16 to 1815. The bait is the Stonefly Nymph, and you want to pull in on a precision bite. Alright, next up. Next up in Azis La from the Rivers of the Delta Quadrant is the last fish that I caught before catching I had made a mistake in recording, the Euphoric Piraruku. This one is available from 18 to 3 during cloudy weather. You want to use the Brute Leech as your bait and pull in on a huge bite. Alright then. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm doing this in 30-minute chunks because, oh my god, there's so many fish to catch. I'll be back after a little break where I go and exchange my collectibles and desynth the other fish, and we will continue working on this. Alright, our next new fish is the Blood Skipper here at the Alpha Quadrant in Azis La during... looks like all day during thunder and lightning weather. The bait is going to be the Fiend Worm, and we're going to want to pull in on a powerful hook set. Alright, next fish. Alright, next new fish is the Oil Eel here at the flagship, which is still annoying to find even though I know what it is and where it is. You need to cast out with a Fiend Worm. Carbuncle Plushie recommends a Signature Skyball, but I don't have that one, and I'm pretty sure that's a bait I don't have access to yet. Cast out with one of those, pull in on a precision hook set to catch a platinum fish, I believe it is. Then mooch it back out and pull in on a powerful hook set, and you'll catch either the Oil Eel or possibly the other fish we're going for, maybe right here at this moment. Wouldn't that be nice and convenient? If we caught them both in a row? Let's see which one we catch. Functional Proto-Hropkin is not the one I was looking for. Anyways, the Oil Eel is available during lightning weather all day. Already went over the catch sequence. I caught a Proto-Hropkin? Where's that on the list? Oh, okay. That's why I caught it. Alright, well, I'm going to keep trying to catch that other fish I'm looking for. Wish me luck. There we go, finally caught this extremely stubborn barrel eye. Exactly the same requirements and process as the oil eel. Literally same weather time requirements, lightning all day, catch from mooching it, from catching a platinum fish and then mooching it. Very, very stubborn. Also looked up the requirements for the functional proto-Hropkin. It is a patch 3.1 fish, with mostly the same requirements. It is available all day during lightning. As long as you are casting with a fiend worm, you can actually catch it directly from a powerful hook set. You don't need a mooch, but I caught it from a mooch. Alright then, next up. I think I caught this one right away. If it's what I think it is, then it's available here at the Upper Thaliak River from 13 to 20 Eorzean time. Yeah, there we go, got a loose tongue. I'm also using prize catch to give us better collectibles if I know I'm going for a collectible fish. We can catch it with a brute leech. Just pull in on a huge pull, and that's all you need for it. Nice and easy, popped up immediately for me. I may have just gotten lucky, but moving on. Not sure if I've caught this one yet. Yep, no, I have not caught a hoplite yet. I cast out with a metal spinner over here at Onyx Old. That is not one of the fish I was going for. Hoplite, that looks like a Shadowbringer's fish. Why is a Shadowbringer's fish being caught by me? You know what? I am not gonna worry about it. It is a Shadowbringer's fish. I suppose it has simply been caught now. We're just gonna have to deal with that. Okay, moving on to trying to catch the actual fish I'm here for. Oh my goodness, I've been here for like 15 minutes. The Magma Louse, here at Onyx Old in the Dravanian Forelands, can be caught from 18 to 6. Start with a magma worm or a metal spinner. Cast out and pull in on a precision hook set to catch a granite crab. Mooch that and pull in on a powerful hook set to get a magma louse. Also, I looked up the hoplite. It was added in Shadowbringers in patch 5.3. It has no requirements, but you catch it with a metal spinner. So, yeah, awesome. Oh my goodness, that took me so long. I am gonna go take a quick break, and then we will get back to fishing. So much fishing. Alright, our next fish is here at the Iron Feast in the Dravanian Forelands. The Thunderbolt Eel we can catch from 22 to 320. Yeah, we got a lot of strange times on these fish in Heavensward. Start out with the Stonefly Nymph. Pull in on a precision hook set to catch a blue claw shrimp, mooch that, and pull in on a powerful hook set to catch the Thunderbolt Eel. All weather is acceptable for this one. Alright, next fish. Alright, our next fish was a perfect size of 1,000. I don't know if that's actually a perfect size. I'm pretty sure it's not, but it looks like a really nice number. We caught ourselves a Dravanian Bass collectible. Dravanian Bass can be caught here at the Wylam River in the Dravanian Forelands from 0 to 6, so midnight to 6, during dust storms, cloudy weather, or fog. To catch it, we're going to start with the Stonefly Nymph, pull in on a precision hook set to catch a blue claw shrimp, mooch it out, and pull in on a powerful hook set to get the Dravanian Bass. Alright, next fish. Next up is the collectible warm water beach here. We can catch this here at the Smoldering Waste in the Nirvanian Forelands from 21 to 3 using a Brute Leech pulling on a powerful hook set. Very, very easy fish, just a limited time window. Next up is our collectible Capelin over here at Kurthus Western Highlands Clearpool. This one can be caught from 0 to 6 using a Brute Leech, just pulling on a precision hook set. Very, very simple. And looks like this one does require the folklore books. I'm not going to be reading out every time we catch a fish that needs a folklore book. You can fairly easily check this using online resources or just looking at what fish are left and do they need the folklore. Alright, moving on to the next fish. Alright, our next new fish is a hot rod, also at Clearpool. This one of it is available all day during snowy and blizzardy weather. To catch it, we're going to want to cast out with a purse web spider, pulling on a precision bite, and then in order to catch an ice fairy, mooch that out, pulling on a powerful bite to catch the hot rod. Alright, next fish. Next up is the snow collar, which you're technically supposed to catch by mooching is the easier way to catch it, but I caught it just direct with a Brute Leech. Either way, it is going to be a powerful bite. If you catch it with mooching, you want to start with a caddisfly larva, pull it on a precision bite to catch an ice fairy, mooch that out, pull it on a powerful bite to get the snow collar. Otherwise, looks like just a Brute Leech directly can also get it, though Brute Leech is the less likely option to work. There we go, the other fish we can catch here at the West Bane Pool in Kurthus Western Highlands is the Mercy Staff. Like with the previous one, it is available during snow and blizzards all day. We catch this one with a Brute Leech, pulling on a powerful bite, and you'll eventually catch it. This one seems a bit rare. Next up is the Curthin Puffer over here at Kurthus Western Highlands Rivers Meet, the infamously tiny and hard to find pond that's just kind of like in the base of part of the cliff. To catch the Curthin Puffer, we want to come here during snow or blizzards all day, cast out with a purse web spider, and pull in with a precision bite. Next fish. Our next new fish is over here at Greytail Falls in the Kurthus Western Highlands during snow or blizzards. This one is tricky, and is actually a case where you need to have Collect turned off. If Collect is turned on, you can't really catch this fish. So, to catch the Rhyme Eater, we need to cast out with a red balloon, and pull in with a precision bite to catch possibly, what was it? What was the other thing I caught? You could catch a Skyworm, and then mooch that out and pull it on a precision bite to get a Glacier Core. Or you could just catch a Glacier Core directly, either way from red balloons. Glacier Cores are collectibles, so if Collect is turned on, you can't mooch it, you can only keep it as a collectible. But once you've caught a moochable Glacier Core with Collect turned off, you cast that out again with a mooch, and then you can catch the Rhyme Eater. Annoying! How dare you do this to me, game? On to the next fish. Next up is the Lungfish from Azislaw's Papistry. To catch the Lungfish, we are going to be casting out all day during clouds. We want to use a Brute Leech and pull in on a powerful bite. Alright, next up. Alright, our next fish is here at Somal Summit in the Churning Mist. This fishing hole is very, very annoying. I will show you where it's found in just a moment. But first, the fish requirements. The collectible Pteranodon, which is not really a fish, can be found from 9 to 1630, and we want to cast out with a giant crane fly and pull in on a huge bite. That should get us a Pteranodon. Now to find this awful fishing spot, let's pull up the map. You need to be on the southern edge of this island or the southern edge of this island. Basically from here to about here, or from here to about here. If you're on anything that could be like considered like the west end of the island, God, I hate how fast this cursor moves. I am barely tapping the analog stick. Anyways, if you're anything that can be considered the west or east end of either of these islands, it's not gonna work. It's just not gonna let you fish. It's annoying. On to the next fish. Next fish is the collectible Bubble Eye from Vorsian Saran over in the Sea of Clouds. This one is available from 10 to 18. Catch it with a Brute Leech and pull in on a powerful bite. Alright, next fish. Alright, our next fish is a Sorcerer Fish. This is not the one I intended to catch. But actually no, it is on my list. I did need to catch it. It's just not the one I was going for at the moment. So the recommended path on Carbuncle Plushie for this one is to cast out a Honeyworm, pull it on a Precision, catch a Abelathian Smelt, mooch it, pull it on a Powerful, and that'll get you the Sorcerer Fish. How I ended up getting it was Metal Spinner, pulling on Precision, to catch an Ice Fairy, mooch, pulling on Powerful, and that also got me the Sorcerer Fish. Alright then, the Sorcerer Fish is available during any weather from 8 to 20, and I'm going to keep going for the other fish I was looking for. There we go, the fish I wanted to catch first, because it leaves first, is the Albino Octopus. Available from 8 to 18 here at the Unfrozen Pond in Kurth's Western Highlands. Cast out with a Metal Spinner, pulling on a Precision to catch an Ice Fairy, mooch it, pulling on a Powerful to catch the Albino Octopus. Alright, moving on to the next fish. Alright, our next fish is the collectible Tupushuara, found here at the Habisphere in Azizla. The Tupushuara is available from 15 to 18. We can catch it with red balloons on huge poles. Alright, the next fish is the collectible Stupendimus, which has no time or weather requirements, but does require a folklore book for Azizla, which would be the Abalathia Spine, I believe? Yeah, Abalathia Spine folklore book. To catch it, I caught it directly from a giant crane fly. You can also catch it from a giant crane fly, pulling on a powerful hook set to get a rudder fish, and then mooch that and pull in on a huge bite with a powerful hook set to catch the Stupendibus. Alright, moving on to the next fish. The next fish is a Kissing Fish over at Ale Tome in the Churning Mist. It is available basically the entire day from 9 to 24. You catch it with a Brute Leech on a Precision bite. Easy fish, moving on to the next one. The next fish is the Vanu head here at the eddies in the Sea of Clouds. This one is available all day with clear or fair skies, and I caught it with a bladed steel jig on a powerful bite. Alright, next fish. Next up on the flagship in Oz's Law is the jeweled jellyfish. To catch this one, I cast out with, the requirements are 20 to 30, time needs to be from 20 to 3. To catch this one, I cast out with a fiend worm, pulled on a precision to catch a platinum fish, mooch that, pulled in on a precision to catch the jeweled jellyfish. Next fish. Next up is the collectible tiny axolotl, found here at the Papas tree in Oz's Law. This one is available from 21 to 24. Just catch it with a brute leech, pull it on a precision bite. Easy fish. Our next fish is the Berserker Beta from the Middle Thaliak River in the Dravanian hinterland. This fish is available all day during clear or fair skies. Cast out with a brute leech, pull it on a powerful hook set, and you'll catch your Berserker Beta after a bit. Alright, next fish. Alright, our next new fish is the war balloon found here at Greytail Falls in Kurth's Western Highlands. To find the war balloon, we're going to be casting out all day during fair or clear skies with a giant crane fly. Pulling on a precision bite to catch a sky worm, mooch that, and pulling on a precision bite to get the war balloon. Next up. Our next fish is the cherry trout caught here at Dragon Spit in the Kurth's Western Highlands. This one I went ahead and cast out with a bladed steel jig, which we did not have at the time we were fishing here before. Next up, I caught the spring urchin, same fishing hole. This one needs snagging, and I caught it with the brute leech. This one also does require the Toma Folklore for Kurthis. Alright, moving on. Alright, our next new fish is a huge fish. We got a hinterlands perch here at the Dravanian hinterlands Thaliak River, on the eastern shore of the Thaliak River. Cast out with a brute leech, caught this on a huge pole. Moving on, next fish. Alright, our next fish is the Gabi Mask here at Somal Summit in the Churning Mist. For this one, we need to do some mooching. I caught it off of a rudderfish, so the mooch chain I used was giant cranefly, or red balloon also works. Pull in on a powerful pull to catch a rudderfish, mooch that out, and pull in on a precision pull to get a Gabi Mask. Alright, one more fish at this hole, and then we can move on to the last fish for patch 3.0. Our next new fish is the Star Fairy, also the same fishing hole. For this one, we needed to cast out with a giant cranefly, pull in on either a precision or a powerful hookset to catch either a Sky Fairy or a rudderfish respectively. Mooch either one of those out, and pull in on a precision hook set to catch the Star Fairy. Alright, last fish. We're almost done. And our last fish for base Heavensward. We are now completely caught up. Is the brown bolo here at Tharlum Kash in the Churning Mist. Alright, this one can be caught all day during cloudy weather from a red balloon. Just pulling on a powerful hook set and you should eventually be able to catch it. It's not too hard or rare. Alright, we're calling that good for today. That has been a lot of fishing I've been doing. So much fishing. So next time on Final Fantasy XIV, we are going to be doing Fates in the Sea of Clouds. And then after that, what are we moving on to? Ah-ha-ha-ha! We're getting back to combat stuff. Okay. Yeah, no, next week is going to be the last week of patch 3.0 of base game Heavensward, if it all goes well. We're going to be taking care of the dungeons, we're going to be taking care of the extreme trials, and we're going to be taking care of the raids, and we're going to be doing triple triad, and then we're going to finish off next week with more fates. Next week's going to be busy. We got a lot to do, but we are almost ready to move on to the patches. That is exciting. I will see everyone next time for all of that.